There's Jonathan Neely. Inside flick to Kolek. On the goal line and into the end zone. Markham Schaffner with the first goal. See if Toronto's D-line can work it up the field. Simmons. A good toss to Andrew Carroll, looking long for Ojo. Cranston nearby. And Ojo rips it from the sky. Remy Ojo picks up the assist after a sensational soaring grab and the game's first break here in DC.
To the receivers, you just see it floating, and Toronto's taking advantage.
Yearwood with the interception. Breton Tan is in the book. Trevor Henry the goal as Breton Tan, 18 years old, has his first AUDL assist, and that's 2 scores in a row via the break for Toronto. The landing, but no whistle, and quickly Schaffner shooting it. Kolek tracks it down.
You just can't do much about it.
Yearwood floats it over the defense. Thompson McKnight is there with Scott Shooter Hasty. Oh, and a great grab in the end zone. Yearwood floats it. Rising up, Masik Kelly.
In zones, they don't try to move too quickly.
Harris, a laser beam for Henry in the goal. Tough matchup for the 18-year-old Breton Tan chasing Tom Doy around. Toronto's D-line with the disc again. Aaron hits Jeff Bomber Powell, a man who's authored many highlights in this league as well. Nice touch throw up the line to Simmons, to Harrison. He'll launch for Ojo, and it's right on the money.
Would be coming back this season. It's going to be great.
Also should mention Toronto Sash and Reyna is on the Masters team in Canada. Helton with a perfect bomb into the grasp of Cranston.
All names that were considered for that too.
And Masik Kelly with a deflection comes up with a D. Oh, tremendous defense from the Breeze. Important opportunity here for the Breeze. Not in the end zone yet. And now Egan hits Marshall. Jackie Howe. And Harrison wanted a hand block. And I think Brad Scott is invoking the integrity rule when the referee missed it. Harrison to Simmons. Throws it up. What a shot! Up line for Bob Lou. Looking for Cantone. Harris tipped it away. And Harris lets it fly. Lindquist the target. He's got it 8 yards from the goal line. And he rushed it, but it worked out. Horizontal stack offense here. Deep shot. What a throw. Markham Schaffner to David Cranston. As a coach, are you okay with 1 mistake per player? Or do you have to be better than that? There's Masik Kelly in the end zone from Lindquist.
5 yards, so it doesn't get up in the air as well.
Kolek bursting up line past Tan, and then hitting Wodach in the end zone.
You're going to put it to Jeff Lindquist and Cam Harris, and they're going to make plays. So, as a team, you have to decide what you're going to take away and try to get the entire unit off sync.
Masik Kelly to Harris. DC makes the call and switches to man downfield, and they were ready to make the adjustment. Nice communication there defensively.
Right, and you can just tell by the pace that Toronto's playing with that the zone kind of worked out here. Even though they might not get a turnover and the rush was able to work it.
They've won in a lot of blowouts, and they've also been tested in this division, primarily shown. Oh, Helton throws it up, and he forced it, but the deflection lands in the hands of the DC Breeze. Cressimo not active today, but still working on his arm muscles, and wow, the quick counter immediately thwarted by Thompson McKnight. Looky there, Kolek nearly had the D. But the Toronto offense, again, really spacing beautifully.
Why are they running zone? And it's a decision that's been made.
And there's a good poach from Cantone on the slash cut, knocking it away from Reyna.
It's something that just DC has decided to use that takes away the strength of this rush team, which is a lot of their deep game, makes them change up their rhythm, and you saw the outcome there. They were finally able to generate a turnover.
McDonald shooting it for Marshall. Got it.
Yeah, double team to start it off, taking some risks right away.
McKnight blades it toward his own end zone where Harris awaits. And a bullet to Kelly, who unleashes a huge backhand. Scott couldn't read it. Hurst to Henry. 80 yards in 10 seconds. Remy Ojo got his hand on the disc. Flick to the end zone, knocked away. There was certainly some contact, but Schaffner will get credit for the D. Helton has 5 seconds. Took a look at the clock, gave it up. Jonathan Neely lets it fly. This is going to get to the end zone. And it's knocked away. And it's Bob Lou coming up with a layout D on the goal line to get to the...
Simmons and Ingold Smith have tried to do it twice in a row to hit each other, but now they're going to go for part 3, and this one's going to work. As the chess match goes, DC's adjusted, but Toronto also has and continued to maintain their success.
Harris with a beautiful toss, and Kelly is there for the score. McDonald, Doy shoots it, looking for Scott. Remy Ojo was there for the defense, and he fouled Brad Scott in the process. In San Jose championship weekend, guarding Simon Higgins of then the San Jose Spiders. I'm really impressed with Toronto's decision-making in their choices on when they launch downfield and when they holster the deep shot.
Split-second decisions are so tough to make.
And there's one that's again right on the money. Harris to Hurst, beautiful. Looking for the deep shot. Tipped up. Boylan Colchin stays with it. Did he make the play? He did. And another little high release from Lindquist. Look, it's Doy. Looking long for Helton. Powell there. Helton has the score. Tremendous layout D, and Cam Harris comes through with it. Obviously, San Francisco 2, high stall count release, loose, oh my goodness! Thompson McKnight behind his back.
Sometimes they've been messing it up, but going for the risk again.
I think that's the first hammer of the game.
And today's weapons of choice have been the scoobers and the blades.
Popped up by McKnight. And then Schaffner caught it and he was fouled on the release.
Comes down with it.
Schaffner needs a reset. And Schaffner has the goal with Russell Howd as the helper. Sold right now, they're just getting recollected. Athletic bid from Scott. But he did get the back of Henry's leg, and I think that's a good call.
That's a tough one because it's not that much contact, but that can easily cause a roll-up type injury.
Oh, and Scott got a piece of the disc and forced the turnover. Schaffner lets it fly. Scott in pursuit. Got it! Old Smith tracks it down, swings it off the fingertips of Powell, and there's the mistake. Helton to Lou. To the end zone, Wodash! 1 goal game, 65 seconds to play. Clinches the game too. Oh, but DC!
Here comes a timeout.
Brad Scott again for the DC Breeze. Under 30 seconds to go. Clock is ticking.
I would think they would call it here, but Dutchy's just waiting for the moment because he's got wide open cutters.
Doy to the end zone. And we are tied with 16 seconds to go. This will count if it's caught. It's out of the hands of Powell, and we will go to overtime.
Helton worked very well off the start.
Rhett Tan comes up with the first play of the OT. Gains 15 yards to Powell. Looking to the end zone. Bookends for Brett Tan. Toronto with a break to begin the OT. Lindquist, open man deep. And the hammer will find him. Lindquist to Harris. A lefty backhand from Lou. What a catch by Cranston to throw a lefty backhand huck in that situation. Deflected and caught. Kolek ties it for the Rush. McKnight, Powell, Harris, Mazzucchelli, Yearwood, and Hurst. Powell up line for Mazzucchelli. Smooth offense so far. This is it. If the Rush score, they win. Schuber caught. Toronto has prevailed on the road to knock off the DC Breeze in double overtime, 25-24.